Hi, welcome to the Spring Board Algebra 2 Lesson 29-2 tutorial video. My name is Mr. Yeselyurt and I'll be helping you through some examples on adding and subtracting rational expressions. So the first example is shown here. It's 4 over x minus 1 plus 3 over x plus 1. And the way to add these two rational expressions is to combine them into a single fraction. So the way we're going to do that is first we're going to find out what the least common denominator is, and that is x plus 1 times x minus 1. So we need to put 4 over x minus 1 times x plus 1. And what we can do is actually the following. We can say, okay, I have my 4 over x minus 1, but then I got to multiply it by this fraction of x plus 1 over x plus 1. This right here is just 1, so we can do that. And this is going to make it easier for us to combine the fractions. Let me do it for the second one, for 3 over x plus 1, and then I'll show you how we combine them. So 3 over x plus 1, what's missing from the bottom here is x minus 1, so I'm going to do times x minus 1 over x minus 1. And when I combine these two and these two separately, I'm going to get 4 times x plus 1 over x minus 1 times x plus 1, and then plus 3 times x minus 1 over x plus 1 times x minus 1. So it's a lot of stuff to write down, but this is a pretty detailed way to go about doing it. So now I'm going to keep these as separate fractions for the time being, but I'm going to expand the numerator in each one. So this will become 4x plus 4, and then over this denominator of x minus 1 times x plus 1. And then we have 3x minus 3 over the same denominator. Now remember that the rules for fractions are if we have the same denominator, we can just add them together. So I'll get 4x plus 3x. So let me write it out first. 4x plus 4 plus 3x minus 3, all over this fraction, or this denominator. Now I can combine 4x and 3x, so I get 7x, and I get 4 minus 3 is 1, so I get 7x plus 1 over x minus 1 times x plus 1. And that is my answer. But there's one thing that's missing, and that is the value of that x can be. So here x cannot be 1 or negative 1, because if it is, then the denominator would be 0 and we would have an infinite value, and we can't have that. So this is the solution to the first problem. Okay? All right, so let's move on to the next one, example 2. So in this one we have 2 over x squared minus 4 minus 3 over x minus 2. So the first thing we want to do is get the denominators as simplified as possible so that we can see which least denominator we're going to get. So what I mean by that is we'll factor the bottom of the fraction with the 2, so it's going to be 2 over x minus 2 times x plus 2, because x squared minus 4 is the difference of squares. And then we still have minus 3 over x minus 2. So what we're going to do now is do the same thing that we did up here with multiplying by a fraction by 1, but with an expression, the same expression above and below. So what I'm going to do is multiply it by x plus 2 here. And the reason why is I want these two, the x minus 2 and the x plus 2, I want those two to combine in the denominator so that I can subtract it from this first one. So what I get is 2 over x minus 2 times x plus 2, and this becomes minus 3 times x plus 2 over the same thing, x minus 2 times x plus 2. Same thing as in the first fraction. So before I combine these, I'm going to expand this right side up a little bit. So I'm going to write the same thing on the left side. But then now this is going to be minus 3x plus 6 over this. x minus 2 times x plus 2. So we're getting closer slowly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the numerators of the two because the denominators are the same, so I can just directly perform the subtraction. So what that's going to look like is 2 minus. Now because this minus is in front of this 3x plus 6, it's going to be like this. 2 minus the quantity of 3x plus 6. And then over that same denominator, x plus 2 times x minus 2. Then what I'm going to do is expand that. I'll get 2 minus 3x minus 6 over this. Okay, and then if I simplify that, I'm going to get minus 3x minus 4 over x minus 2 times x plus 2. So this is the simplified rational expression. The only problem is if we have x equals 2 or x equals negative 2, we're going to run into issues. So we need to also say comma, x does not equal 2 and x does not equal negative 2. We need to mention those two restrictions so that we have a rational function that is defined. Otherwise, if I plug these two in, 2 or negative 2, one of them each, I will get 0 in the denominator, and that's not allowed. We can't have 0 in the denominator. So that's how you do this one. Now I'm going to go to the third example. Okay, and this one looks kind of like a mess because it has fraction in the numerator, a fraction then in the denominator, and it's written as a compound fraction, which means the numerator is a fraction and the denominator is also a fraction. So the way to simplify this is first to write it in a simpler form. So what I mean by that is, let's write it as x squared minus 2x minus 3 over x squared minus 9, then divided by, with the division symbol, the fraction 4x squared plus 12x over x plus 3, like that. So we have this, and we have this. This side and this side are both the same, but the right side is simpler looking. And now remember that when we divide by fractions, we change this divided by 2 times, and we flip these two. So what I'm going to get is x squared minus 2x minus 3 over x squared minus 9 times x plus 3 over 4x squared plus 12x. Like that. Now so that's equal to that. Instead of multiplying these across, what we're going to try to do is simplify it even further by factoring the numerators and the denominators as much as we can. So what I mean by that is x squared minus 2x minus 3 is the same as x minus 3 times x plus 1. And the denominator is x plus 3 times x minus 3. So that whole thing times, we have x plus 3 over here on the numerator, that doesn't change. But then we get 4x times x plus 3 over here. So this is what we have. Now, if you notice, the values that this cannot be, that x cannot be, are negative 3, that would be this one. X cannot be 3, and x cannot be negative 3, but we already have that here. And the x here cannot be 0, so x cannot be 0. These are the three values that x cannot be. Okay? So we're going to keep going. Now, I can simplify this, because look, I can cancel a lot of stuff. So this will cancel out with that, and then this will cancel with this, and I'm left with, so now I just multiply across. So there's a 1 here because it got canceled out. So I'm going to get x plus 1 over x plus 3 times 4x. And this is the simplest form of that rational expression that we started with, this complicated looking compound fraction. Now the only thing that we need to add are these restrictions of x cannot be negative 3, x cannot be 3, and x cannot be 0. And that's how you solve this problem. So stay tuned for more videos that are coming up. We hope that this video has helped you, and good luck on your assignment. Thanks.